Good day, everybody. My name is Christopher Calloway. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be doing a coffee machine in JavaScript. So without wasting your time extravagantly, let's move to the program. And we're going to explain a bit more further on HTML, but it's going to be a bit shorter than you expected. And after, we're going straight to the JavaScript program, and then the quiz will come. And if I have any challenges reserved later in the video, I can always put it down in the description, just like I did with the last one. Now, let's begin. So here is the code. So this is the document type for HTML. So as you see here, we have HTML lang equals to English. So what about other languages? I don't know. Let's find out. You can also do this. I never knew that. This is for something called Angular in JavaScript. Next. Oops, that is for search in JavaScript if you wanted to know. And also these A and N, I will explain them after. And these are for Angular and CDN in JavaScript. There we go. That's and W, X, Y, and Z. Done. Let's set it back to our normal language. And after, I'll put the keywords. So here are your key terminology for the day. Variable, conditional statements, dictionaries, functions, booleans, variable assignment, variable declaration, and a bit of something called hoisting. So let's take at least a 30-second read at this, and then after we can go and start the code. Or if you want to read this on your own, take a snapshot immediately before this thing goes. Now it's gone. Now body and HTML, you already know all of these. And then SRC is also known as source, where all the source code is at app.js. I've explained this in the previous video, and I've also explained this one in this video. And then the head, then the meta character sets, then the title, then the head, then the body, then the script, then the script source code, which is app.js, then the body, then the HTML. Then we move to the JavaScript file. Well, quite lengthy code, but I can explain this in time. So const menu is constant menu. So that means if you put a constant in this, that means you will not change the menu except through the menu itself, which is declared by a constant. So espresso, ingredients, water, coffee, milk, then the cost. Latte, ingredients. Water, milk, coffee, then cost. Cappuccino, ingredients. Water, milk, coffee, then cost. Then the numbers are right beside it, and all of this is just a dictionary, as explained in the previous video, and that's why I put it in the key terminology. So let's profit equals to 0, and then here's another one. Resources, constants. That means the resources can never change except you can change it from it. So water, milk, and coffee, 3,000, 2,000, 100,000. So let's move on to the bigger code that we don't understand. So function is resource sufficient. So that means if is the thing sufficient enough, order all the ingredients. So we have a function, then the for loop goes with it. Let item in order ingredients. So here it is in an if statement. If order ingredient item is less than resource item, alert. Sorry, there's not enough. Then it returns false. And then after some curly braces, you can return true. Next set. So function process coins, then alert insert coins, then let total equal this. And also I put it in here before or just allow total be there, because if you do, it will give you a syntax error. That means yeah, doing against the laws of the program and how it should be done. Or I can just simply do this, which will give me a total error. So it's best I do this instead. Just test it so that you might understand. So quarters times 0.25, dimes times 0.1, nickels times 0.05, pennies times 0.01. So this is 25 pence, 10 pence, 5 pence, 1 pence. Or if you'd like to say it's in American currency, that's 25 cents, 10 cents, 5 cents, and 1 cent. Simple. So function is transaction successful. That means is it successful? Money received, then drink cost. So if money received is greater than or equal to drink cost, let change equal to money received minus drink cost. Then to fix, then do the fraction digit to 2, then alert. Here's your change in change. Dollar change in change. So profit equals to drink cost, then return equal true. Then else, sorry, there's not enough money refunded, return false. So after function make coffee, drink name, order ingredients for let item in order ingredients. So from the resources, there's an item. So minus equal the order ingredient item. And this is an operator scope I would like to show you. So here's another set of key terminology that you need to know. The operators. And also let me add some more. Equals to. In JavaScript you only use 3. That's so this is greater than equal to. Just saying this because you might come across it again. You might come across this in Python, you might come across this in C++, you might come across this in any language. So here it is, then greater than, and less than, less than. Then not equal to. Greater than equals to. And that's what creates inequalities, my friend. So here are your key terminology here. Have a 15-second read about it, because I will clear it up in a matter of seconds. Time's up. So let is on equals to true. So as I was saying, So order items equals to items. So you have it here in the item store. So let's item in order ingredients. So item from the resources, and then the item from other order ingredients. If it's the minus, then the color braces, then alert, here's your drink name, enjoy. Then let is on equals to true. While is on, let choice equal to prompt. What would you like, espresso, latte, or cappuccino? If choice equals to off, is on false. Then else if choice equals to report. Water, resources of the water ml, then alert, milk, resources of milk ml, then coffee, resources of coffee grams, then money equals to profit. Then else, then drink equals to many choice, then if resource sufficient drink dot ingredients. That means from that drink function dot ingredients. So let's payment equals to process coins, as we can see there. If transaction successful payment drink dot cost, then make coffee choice and drink dot ingredients. So here's the quiz. We're going to start now. We literally saw all of the conditions. So how many will there be? In 3, 2, 1, and 6. It's obviously simple. Next. This is test your math skills now. Just to test a bit of your math skills to see what you'll say. 3 cappuccino, 1 espresso, and 1 latte. So 3 cappuccino was 3 times 2.5. Oh, wait. Hold on, let me check the list again. And here's the updated one. Cappuccino goes to 3.0, latte is to 2.5, and then espresso is 1.5. So if you do 3 times 3 is 9, and 1 espresso and 1 latte. So one of them equal 4, 9 plus 4 is 13. Sorry for forgetting to add that. Oh, it's automatically 0. Explained several times. As said, my style of teaching will change as I progress in my journey to this YouTube channel. As I progress, styles of teaching will change so that you can understand better the program. What's the title? Guess. The title of the video is from the title of the HTML file, so you should get this. And you'll know how I name things now. Next one and final. And that's false out of the following. It's only Python that can do that. So I'm going to run the program and then I'll say my motivational things. We're just going to do this out of change of turn. So I'll say my motivational after I run it, and then sometimes I'll say my motivational before I run it. It'll change. I'll like number 2. Whoops, that's what happens when you say the wrong thing. I'll insert 70 quarters, 5 dimes, nope, 50 dimes, 60 nickels, and 100,000 pennies. And if you say that's enough to go with it. Now, my motivational quote for the day is always start from the basics, because from the basics you'll be able to develop, and that's how you keep developing and developing yourself until it gets better. And that's the same way with when you're fighting. When you're fighting, you always have to start from the punches, and from the punches you get into the dodges, and from the dodges you get into the foot moves, and from the foot moves you get into more complex stuff. And that's how you win, through practice and training of the basics till you get to the tougher ones. And that's when practical life things will be used. That's the same with learning, that's the same with everything. I'm using an analogy to let you understand that. Alright, that's it for now. I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye and have a good day.